Look, I know we've all been through the ringer lately as Panthers fans, but something is brewing behind the scenes at Bank of America Stadium that could change the entire dynamic of our offense. We are talking about a move that shows this front office is finally waking up to what we actually need on this roster. I am not just talking about another body in the room. I am talking about a specific type of energy and playmaking ability that has been missing since the Cam Newton days. If you care about the future of this team and how we are going to support our franchise guy, you need to hear this right now. Don't go anywhere because this news just dropped and it is absolutely massive for us. Diego Pavia is officially on the Carolina Panthers radar, and this isn't just a casual glance. The team has hosted the Heisman finalist for an official visit that has everyone in the building talking. When you look at what Pavia did on the field, it's impossible not to get excited about the spark he brings. He is a winner, a fighter, and someone who plays with a massive chip on his shoulder. The Panthers are looking at him as a serious option to slide into that backup role behind Bryce Young, and honestly, it makes too much sense. We've seen how stagnant the offense can look when things break down, and Pavia is the definition of a playmaker who thrives when the script goes out the window. He's mobile, he's accurate under pressure, and he has that it factor that you just can't coach. Bringing in a guy like this tells me the coaching staff wants a different look. A player who can actually push the room and provide a legitimate dual-threat option if his number is ever called. But why now? Why are we seeing this move specifically at this point in the offseason? It points to a much larger shift in how Dan Morgan and Dave Canales view the depth chart. They aren't just looking for a clipboard holder anymore. They want someone who can actually win a game with their legs and their heart. This visit is a clear signal that the status quo is no longer acceptable in Charlotte. We are hunting for talent that fits the modern NFL, and Pavia is the exact type of gamble that could pay off in a huge way for this franchise. But as much as we love the idea of a young, hungry rookie coming in, it raises a massive question about the guys who are already in that locker room. If Pavia is the future of the backup spot, then what does that mean for the veterans we brought in to provide stability? There is a real tension growing here, and it involves a name we all know very well, leading us to wonder if a certain veteran's time in Carolina is already coming to an end. Before we dive into what this means for the rest of the quarterback room, I need you to do me a quick favor. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel right now. We are tracking every single Panthers move this offseason, and you don't want to miss the impact this draft could have. Kenny Pickett was supposed to be a veteran presence who could steady the ship, but the interest in Diego Pavia puts his entire future with the Panthers in serious jeopardy. Let's be real for a second. Pickett hasn't exactly lit the world on fire, and his style of play is about as traditional as it gets. In an NFL that is moving toward mobility and off-script playmaking, Pickett feels like a relic of a different era. If the Panthers move forward with Pavia, it's a clear admission that the Pickett experiment isn't giving them the upside they crave. This is where it gets interesting because cutting or moving on from a veteran like Pickett isn't just about the roster spot. It's about the philosophy of this team. They want Bryce Young to be surrounded by guys who can emulate a certain level of athleticism. If Bryce goes down for a series or a game, do you want a guy who is going to stand like a statue in the pocket, or do you want a guy like Pavia who can create something out of nothing? The contrast between Pickett and Pavia is night and day. Pavia brings a level of grit and rushing upside that Pickett simply doesn't possess at this stage of his career. You have to wonder if the front office has seen enough in practice and meetings to realize they need more dynamic depth. It's a tough business, but the NFL doesn't wait for anyone to catch up. By bringing Pavia in for an official visit, the Panthers are essentially putting Pickett on notice. They are looking for a spark, a young gun who can grow alongside Bryce and provide a safety net that actually has some ceiling. It's a bold move, and it shows that Dan Morgan isn't afraid to hurt some feelings to get this roster right. The fans are starting to realize that the old way of doing things is gone. We are looking for playmakers, period. If you can't provide that, you might be looking for a new home sooner than you think. This QB room is about to get a lot more crowded, and the competition is going to be fierce. The question is, can Pickett handle the heat, or is he already halfway out the door? This is a developing situation that could culminate in a major draft day surprise that shakes the foundations of our depth chart. The context of this visit cannot be overstated because the Panthers are at a critical crossroads with Bryce Young entering a pivotal season. We need a backup who doesn't just manage the game, but someone who fits the offensive scheme Dave Canales is trying to build. Canales loves players with mobility and quick decision-making skills, which is exactly what Diego Pavia showed during his incredible run as a Heisman finalist. The impact of drafting a guy like Pavia would be felt immediately across the entire locker room. It sends a message that nobody's job is safe, and that production is the only currency that matters. Looking toward the future, this move signifies a shift toward a more modern, versatile offensive philosophy. We've seen teams like the Ravens or the Eagles succeed because their backup quarterbacks can mirror the starter's skill set. And Pavia offers that same luxury for a team built around a mobile, creative passer. If we pull the trigger on Pavia in the draft, it changes the way opponents have to prepare for us. It gives us a developmental piece with a massive upside that we haven't had in years. I truly believe this is about more than just a backup. It's about building a culture of competition and high-level athleticism. The emotional weight of this for us fans is huge because we've seen too many seasons wasted by mediocre backup play. Seeing the team take a proactive approach and look at a high-ceiling prospect like Pavia gives me a level of hope I haven't felt in a long time. It shows a level of scouting diligence that was missing in previous regimes. We are finally looking for winners. We are looking for guys who have been the heartbeat of their college teams and can bring that leadership to Charlotte. The future of the Panthers depends on getting these depth pieces right. And Pavia feels like the missing puzzle piece that could solidify our QB room for years to come. Whether he starts a game or not, his presence alone raises the floor of this entire offense. We are watching the rebuilding process happen in real time, and it is fascinating to see how they are prioritizing speed and playmaking over safe, veteran names. This is the new Carolina Panthers, and I am here for it. At the end of the day, this isn't just about adding a name to the roster. It's about defining what it means to be a Carolina Panther in this new era. Bringing in Diego Pavia for a visit shows that we are no longer satisfied with good enough. We want players who fight, players who innovate, and players who can change the course of a game in an instant. This potential move signals a massive commitment to supporting Bryce Young by surrounding him with the right kind of competition and depth. It's a statement of intent from Dan Morgan and the entire front office. They are hunting for greatness in every corner of the draft. But I want to hear from you, the real heartbeat of this fan base. Do you think Diego Pavia is the right guy to push this quarterback room to the next level, or should we stick with the veteran experience of Kenny Pickett? Is mobility the most important factor for our backup QB, or are we overlooking something else? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I read every single one of them and I want to know where the fans stand on this. Your voice matters in this community. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay in the loop on every breaking update as we head toward the draft. We are in this together, and the road to a winning season starts with moves exactly like this one. Keep pounding, stay loyal, and let's see if Pavia becomes the next big star in the Queen City. This draft is going to be a wild ride, and we're just getting started. It's time to show the league that the Panthers are back and we're playing for keeps. Catch you in the next one.